What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing everything you need to know about the baby care centers at Walt Disney World. Whether you have an infant, a toddler, preschooler, whatever stage your little one is in, this video is for you and you need to know about the baby care centers. I have taken my now 3.5-year-old to Disney World in pretty much every stage of her life so far, and I can tell you firsthand that these baby care centers are heaven sent. They are incredible. I don't know if I could do Disney without them. They're so good. And so many people have no idea that they even exist or where to even locate them. So I'm actually going to break down all 4 baby care centers at each of the 4 parks and share everything that's included, what I love about each one, and I'm going to give you a peek into each baby care center so you can see firsthand kind of what to expect and where they're located and all of that. Before we dive in, if you are new to my channel, my name is Becca. I share all kinds of Disney planning tips for taking little kids to Disney World, as well as vlogs from all of our Disney adventures along the way. So I would love for you to stick around so that we can be Disney besties. And let's go ahead and jump into the baby care center overview. First, what is the baby care center? So these locations are specifically designed for babies and toddlers. There are 4 different locations, one in each of the 4 parks. Of course, each location is going to offer something just a little bit different. The layout is a little bit different. Generally, here's what's included. So you're first going to find some kind of open seating area in all 4 locations where there's lots of different tables and chairs, high chairs. It's just a great spot to let your little one come in and have a snack break, cool off, escape the crowds. If they're overstimulated, this is a great area. They have movies playing. Each location also has a room with changing tables, and these changing tables, with the exception of one location, and I'll share more, are incredibly spacious. So it's really nice being able to walk in and you have your breathing room. You're not crowded in a public restroom with a line of other people out the door kind of like pressed up against you as you're trying to change your little one's diaper, which can really be uncomfortable with everything on display. It's just nice to have a little bit of space and a little bit of privacy. So I love that about the baby care centers. So all of these changing tables, again, I mentioned they are very spacious. They get cleaned after every use. So you know that you are changing your baby on a sanitary changing table. You're not having to worry about laying out some kind of changing mat. There's just going to be a piece of paper underneath. And then as soon as you're done, you take the piece of paper, put it in the trash, and then there's a cast member right behind you there to wipe down everything as soon as you're done. So really amazing. I know for me, I have a very tall toddler, and when she was still in diapers, it was really difficult to find areas that would accommodate a taller toddler who was still in a diaper. So the baby care center was a lifesaver. It was always the location that I would go to change her diaper instead of doing it in this small little confined area in a public restroom where she just didn't fit anymore. So I loved having that extra space. And then again, especially if you have an infant, newborn, it's just nice setting your baby down on a cushioned changing table as compared to what you'll find in the public restroom. So really amazing. I could go on and on about those changing tables, and just, you have your space, you have room to spread out all your things. It's really, really nice. You're also gonna find a small, almost convenience store where you can purchase items for your baby and toddler. So maybe you were short one diaper. I've been there. I can speak firsthand that it happens, and sometimes you're in a pinch and you can't make it back to your car or your resort or wherever. You need a diaper right then and there. We were able to go over to the baby care center, and when Ellie was 10 months old, we actually had to purchase a small pack of 3 diapers, which again, I was so grateful that we had that option. But then on a more recent trip before Ellie was potty trained, we had a very unexpected situation and I was short one diaper. So we were able to go to the baby care center and they just handed me a pull-up for free. It was a huge lifesaver. You're also gonna find snacks, formula, bottles, pacifiers. They have, again, diapers, wipes, pull-ups, the list goes on. Children's medication, they have feminine products. There is so much offered at the baby care centers, but they have you covered. If you are in a pinch and you ran out of wipes and you thought you packed the extra pack of wipes, but you didn't, or you need an unexpected outfit change, the baby care center really does have everything you need. And it's just nice knowing that you have access to it. It's just that peace of mind. So I've really appreciated that. Even on the days where I do have everything I need, it's just nice to know that we have it there as an option. You know what I mean? So again, really great that they offer all of those products for you. The baby care centers also have private nursing rooms, and these look a little bit different in all 4 locations, and you'll get to see here in just a minute, but it's really amazing whether you are a breastfeeding mama or a formula feeding mama, or you need to pump and you need a quiet, private place to do these things. It's so nice to have this as an option. And I should add too, you don't have to make any kind of reservation to come here. It's just walk on in, use whatever you need to use, and head back out to enjoy the rest of your park day. You don't have to make any kind of reservation. So I wanted to add that for these private nursing rooms. I know that's been a question in the past. You have to reserve them. They are just first come, first serve. And I rarely see these areas being used. And I don't know if it's just the time of day that we're usually in there. I know other people have said they've seen baby care centers really crowded. I've never seen them really crowded before. So I guess it just depends on maybe the time of year you're traveling or the time of day, or I don't know, but I personally have never seen these areas crowded. The nursing rooms have always been open. I love that these nursing rooms are offered. I know for me, if I had gone to Disney while Ellie was still breastfeeding, this would have been a game changer for us, because she was definitely the baby that got way too distracted and could not finish a feed if there was commotion or people walking by or lots of sound and noise or a movie's playing. Like, she needed silence to focus. And so I 100% would have taken advantage of the nursing rooms. Same thing for pumping. It's really nice to be able to have access to outlets if that's something that you need. Same thing if you just need a quiet place to let your baby rest. You can do that in here as well. So that's amazing too. If your little one, they have to be held and it has to be in a quiet, kind of dimly lit environment, but you don't want to go all the way back to your resort and you just need like a 30-minute nap real quick to get them through the rest of the afternoon. This is a great spot for that as well. So I'll give you a peek into the nursing rooms here in a minute, but amazing that these are offered. The baby care centers also include a kitchenette space. You have access to a sink, a microwave, bottle warmer. You have access to hot and cold water, which was huge for us when I was formula feeding Ellie. We could not find hot water at quick service locations, and we quickly realized that the only place we would have access to that was either at our resort or at the baby care center. So that was a huge thing that we took advantage of when we needed hot water for Ellie's bottles. So we would always go to the baby care center for that. It's also nice if you need to wash out a bottle after a feeding, but you don't want to do it in a public restroom with everyone else washing their hands right there. Sometimes, again, it's just nice to have a little extra space. You can bring your whole family in here and you can do what you need to do, and you don't feel like you are in a crowded public restroom. So really amazing. These kitchenette spaces are awesome. Lastly, let's talk about the restroom situation at the baby care centers. That sounds really funny to talk about, but it's helpful to know. So at Animal Kingdom and Magic Kingdom, they have family restrooms, which is always nice if you are a mama traveling with your little ones on your own and you have your stroller, and you could always leave your stroller out in the main area and it would be no big deal, but it's really nice. Family restrooms are always a huge perk when I'm traveling with my 3.5-year-old alone. It's really comforting when I can find a family restroom, and it just makes things a lot easier when I can bring the stroller in with me, have a little bit of extra space. So those 2 locations do offer family restrooms. And then at Epcot, there's regular restrooms, but they're just not as crowded. So there's regular stalls, but no one's in there, and it's just nice to have a little bit of peace and quiet, kind of get away from the crowds. And then at Hollywood Studios, there is no family restroom there and no public restroom option, but you do have a toddler-sized potty in the restroom there in the baby care center. So it's just a small little toilet, which is great for my 3.5-year-old who is newly potty trained this year. So that's awesome. I do wish that there was an additional toilet to make it a family restroom, but those are the different restroom options at all of the 4 baby care centers. And another thing I'll add, even if your little one is past the diaper phase and you're thinking, can I still take advantage of this? I don't have a baby anymore, but this sounds really great to have a designated spot to cool off, watch a movie, have a snack, eat lunch, maybe you packed lunch, whatever the situation is, you can absolutely still take advantage of this. Even if you have little kids that are just past the toddler stage, go for it. This is still a great area area for them. Okay, now let's take a look at all 4 of the baby care center locations so that you can see firsthand what's included, where they're actually located, and what to expect. Starting over in Magic Kingdom, this location is right between Casey's Corner and Crystal Palace. Right when you walk in, you'll see they have lots of seating, high chairs, lots of fun toddler seating. They have Alice in Wonderland playing. So this is a great spot if your little one needs a quiet, air-conditioned spot to cool off, take a snack break. They also have lots of different items that you can purchase, bibs, outfits. There's also this cute little toddler-sized table and chair set. Moving into the kitchen area, they have filtered water, hot and cold, so great if you need to refill water bottles or make a formula bottle. They also have microwaves if you need to heat up your little one's food. There's a sink if you need to wash out bottles, and lots of products that you can purchase like diapers, wipes, pull-ups, snacks, anything your little one might need. Now, just past the private nursing room and family restroom is the changing room. Now, these changing tables are incredible. As you can see, they are extra spacious and they get cleaned after every use. The Magic Kingdom Baby Care Center is definitely one of my favorites. Moving over to Hollywood Studios, this baby care center is located inside of guest relations, so no need to wait in line, just head right inside, and then to the left is where the baby care center is located. So right when you walk in, you'll actually find a small seating area with a couch and a movie playing, and then you'll move into this changing room that has a sink, and then you'll also find the small toddler-sized restroom. Here, this is not a family restroom, they just have the little potty for your toddler, so something to be aware of, and just know that there is not a family restroom option at this location. There's also 2 semi-private nursing rooms here, but they just have a curtain pulled shut, and they are pretty small, so another thing to keep in mind. Moving over to Epcot, this is one of the larger locations, and you'll find this one on the bridge that connects the World Showcase to World Discovery. Now, right when you walk in, you'll see this seating area where they have movies playing, and then off to the left is where the kitchen area is. So same thing, they have a microwave if you need to heat up your little one's food, filtered hot and cold water, so great if you need to refill a water bottle or make a formula bottle. There's also a sink with dish soap if you need to wash things out. And then again, anything you might need to purchase throughout the day, children's medication, feminine products, diapers, wipes, sunscreen. And then here is what the private nursing room looks like. So very comfy chairs, lots of space, great spot to feed your little one. And then turning right around is another area where there's lots of seating. You can see my little one coloring and just taking a break. We were escaping the rain. And then heading right back down the hallway, off to the right is where the restrooms are. So I know I mentioned earlier on in this video that these are not family restrooms. They are just regular restrooms with stalls, but they're still really nice because they're usually pretty empty and no one is back here. And then looping around, here is the changing area and those extra spacious changing tables that we love so much. And lastly, my personal favorite, Animal Kingdom. This one is located just past Creature Comforts behind that DVC kiosk. Go all the way to the very back, and that's where you'll find the very secret Animal Kingdom Baby Care Center. Right when you walk in, heading to the left is this amazing seating area. So lots of tables and chairs for little ones, lots of seating. They have movies playing, high chairs, great spot to let your little one cool off and unwind. There's also a companion family restroom, so we all love those. And then again, lots of products, outfits, strollers, diapers, wipes, bottles, anything your little one might need, feminine products, sunscreen, snacks. And then of course, any over-the-counter medication your little one might need. Moving to the very back is the changing room. So you can see these changing tables are a little bit smaller, so not as great for taller toddlers like mine. You also have this great kitchen area. So same thing, microwave, sink, bottle warmer, and then your private nursing room off to the right. So love this baby care center so much. Animal Kingdom is definitely my favorite. All right, well that wraps it up. I hope this was helpful, seeing all 4 baby care center locations in one video as compared to having to search for each of them individually. So I thought this would be helpful to kind of combine everything into one video. But if you have any other questions, let me know down below in the comments. I would love to keep chatting with you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.